Take this. Is he going to chance it? You betcha. Onto the ancient stack he goes. RTK's in position on the high ground. This is going to be sees this. Able to take RTZ. Got to be careful. He's back into a silence. He can't blink. The green. It costs him now. eHome get just about every creep. Oh, they just saw him and they knew. They knew what he wanted. That really hurts the economy.
RTZ thought if he sees the Night Stalker coming, he can just blink out, but it was that play by ROTK to drag him back with the back animation, unable to do anything as they're just flailing through the air.
And it's nighttime as well. The vision just isn't that great for an anti-mage.
Yeah, it was a huge high-risk, high-reward play, but eHome completely punished him for it, and RTZ can't afford to die like that because he's the only hero on the map that can go around and pressure like he is right now, but chancing it for that ancient stack just wasn't enough, and CTY just continues to farm level 16, no BKB on him, decides to go for the Yasha. This is a huge glass cannon build, but he already does nearly 200 a hit with the Deso.
They don't have the best damage over time here. There's a level 1 Battle Hunger, no points in Poison Touch. So there is potential for TA to get a little more aggressive in the item field, it feels like. Secret, they're going to need to rely on the team fight. They got to take them down together. They can't try to fight the TA 101. Nobody's strong enough. Maybe your late game anti-mage can do it when you get to like an Abyssal Blade, Butterfly type of level of farm, but he's not there yet. But he goes back to what he was doing before he got picked off. RTZ into the top lane, and the Secret game plan's pretty much going to continue the same way. Keep on pushing with the AM, hold with the other 3 to 4. S4, maybe poke your head out to hit a couple of creep waves. You may even have to rat it already into the trees. And eHome, no, this is the game plan for Secret, and they've been mostly prepared so far, and they're just waiting for him to show his head. There's a lane ward here top. Secret, they've not seen anyone from eHome just yet, but RTZ is just biding his time. Now CTY will show himself. That alone is enough to discourage him. Are they thinking about a jump on CTY? This could be very bad for Secret. They're waiting. They're still waiting to get vision on somebody else. And they're not going to find it. CTY off into the jungle. The rest of Secret do smoke, and they head towards top.
Oh, they're actually going to spawn him out. They're going to go for this as fast as they can, and this should be a kill for Secret.
The CTY returns fire. Gem hits the deck. Zai tries to retreat with it. He survives with 10 HP. So low, but the turn. RTZ also almost dead. There's a blink in 3 seconds. RTZ's going to have his own blink in 1. Does he get the insta blink? No, he misses on both. The back too late. RTZ heading back as quickly as possible. And now reinforcements arrive. They grab not only the Night Stalker, but far more importantly, that precious gem onto Zai.
That was the real price of that fight. Taking it off of them, being able to get some map control back is fairly significant because the Night Stalker, he's not a huge kill, but it's the gem that came with him that makes that so worthwhile. And at the same time, it just creates a little bit more time. eHome don't want to get into 4v5 fights, and while the Night Stalker's on the deck, they're going to wait for him to be able to come back and pressure the map again. And this is going to allow RTZ to farm his own jungle for the first time in the game.
It's funny when you put it that way, but it really feels like it's come to that. Still, more space. He's down about 3k gold here in the enemy cores, but Yasha's coming. And the big item that makes him far more difficult to take down is not unreasonably far away. It's the Manta. But to match this economy, eHome continue to stack their own Ancients. They've been very consistent about farming these as well, and as a result, they're able to hold steady with the 8k, more like 9 to 10k gold lead, it looks like. Puppy also looking to farm his own with the medallion. Big item out now. It's going to be a blink on RTK. And the combo potential is there. Call down. You've got the side blades that could splash through. Maybe DDC steals a Requiem. That would be a dream if he could pull it off for eHome.
For me, it just feels like the Death Ward from Kuro is going to be the huge game changer. We saw it in that last fight where he was able to keep it going the entire time. It was a large reason why eHome didn't want to continue to commit. He's now bought himself a Ghost Scepter. Going to keep him alive for quite long in these fights.
Protects him from the TA, who normally just blinks in, melds, and then right-clicks him with Refraction. He's pretty much done for.
Yeah, he two-shots you. So.
Yeah, you need that Ghost.
It's a pretty clutch item. I am a little bit worried about Puppy, but he always has that Grave to rely on, and it's going to deter eHome from just going in on him. But the next Roshan is going to be so huge, because with that Rosh, CTY is going to grab it, and they're just going to go all in. They're going to push wherever they can. They're going to have a lot of faith in this damage potential. And I don't really know what the game plan is for Secret at that point. If he gets that Aegis, if they're able to take down that tier 2 mid, I think that eHome should be able to go for the high ground because they want to hit this timing where RTZ still can't get into fights. I think even with the Manta style, RTZ can get blown up by just the TA himself when he's this far.
We saw it from EG earlier today. They had Fear on the split push. There was the amazing song from AUI that canceled 2 TPs. They held, and it was enough for EG to ultimately take the game. That one big fight. Now, for Secret, the big way to cancel TPs is a blink call from Zai. So that could be where they make their stand, is not even the actual head-on fight, but just the split push of the anti-mage.
Everyone from Secret right now is grabbing a Ghost Scepter, and I think this is a good plan.
Where's that fusel blade?
You just want to extend the game and the team fights for as long as you possibly can. Zai blinks in, you can just call, pop your Ghost Scepter, and lead the fight around while your anti-mage picks off supports. That should be the game plan for Secret.
DDC, Blink back on that immediate lift. Oh, the combo damage. S4 is a BKB, not using it. He pops his hastered, and that is enough. Well, CTY thinking it's not. Surged in, but they decide it's a bit too aggressive.
He's got a full Daedalus on the courier.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be trouble.
I thought he was super far before, and I didn't even see that. Oh,
that's what the net worth chart is for. With this, Daedalus complete. Could just walk right into the Roche pit, potentially. And that's what CTY is going to do. But the rest of the team doesn't seem like they're going to join him. He's chewing through this Roche. Oh boy, it's
really need any help right now.
No.
He's going to hit level 19 with this. That far exceeds anybody on Team Secret.
Lanham just likes to watch, but now he's had enough of it. Secret are deterred in their pressure top. Arteezy does shove the lane in. But eHome distributing heroes wisely around the map. So they take the Roche, they don't give up any objectives. Now CTY back to the farm game, lacking a TP scroll. Maybe something Secret can play around here. Not sure what he could even drop for that. He's just going to be TP-less for now.
This is such a weird timing right now. eHome, they're really strong, but they don't really want to get picked off here because Arteezy can just go for the split push. Every single time somebody from eHome dies, Arteezy just shows himself top, continues to go for the split push, but he has to be careful here at top.
This game has just turned into like hearing the blink sound every 5 seconds. Blink, blink. Now you see me, now you don't. Now he's just waiting for the wave. Let's see, maybe one more wave, then he'll cut it. He knows that push that you mentioned could well be coming, and safest way to stop it is don't actually approach the creep wave, just hide in the trees, take a page out of HY's book, and then cut them off, only when truly necessary.
He's going to go for the split push here. He absolutely has to. There's no real way for them to stop this eHome push mid.
He's close to the Manta as well.
I'm not quite sure if that's enough, though, at this phase of the game, as CTY just deals a ton of damage. And he's got that Aegis that they have to deal with, too.
Oh, Kuro! That Ghost Scepter may well have been required if there was a crit coming out from the Daedalus.
I'm pretty sure that just saved his life. It was a good buy.
That felt like a Daedalus hit.
He's pretty happy about what just happened right there.
Here comes the creep cutting, and this is going to be the area where we see the most of Arteezy, is just that kind of rim near the enemy side of the map. But uh-oh, somebody isn't so mobile. It's Puppey, trapped in the trees, will end up going down. Meanwhile, mid, CTY hoping that S4 dares to walk up the ramp. Oh, S4, DD ruined, BKB, no TP! No TP for S4, in trouble. There's the first trap, he could BKB out of the slow and try to man fight. He's gonna go for the Requiem, but no chance in hell! Even through the damage of the Requiem, and it was a lot, the double Rec. Not enough.
Yeah, do you think at bottom, by the way, if that was a bad move by Puppey, so Puppey, if anybody shows up in the lane to kill him, it's just free information for Arteezy, because he knows guaranteed 2 heroes down there. One of them has that lockdown ability that he's afraid of before he has his Manta, and it allows him just TP top, split push that lane. It's almost like you just trade a support for information and farm on Arteezy. Like, Puppey won't make a difference in this game anymore.
The Hellbear Smashers now also trolling the waves. If Arteezy can't do it, the creeps will provide the needed support. So they have to go in with a very minimal wave, just their own Satyr Tormentor here, and that's not going to help against the backdoor regen. But that's now a completed Butterfly on ZYF. This is just getting ridiculous for Rio. They've got to be frustrated by this, but still with the lead here. In fact, they've been increasing it. A 12k gold lead, a 12k experience lead. Still, despite how aggravating it must be, they're pulling ahead more and more.
Yeah, but this is what Secret want. Just continue to extend the game. Hope that eHome overextend like they did last fight. And I don't know if they have it in them. If they overextend again, Arteezy's just going to get so much space.
That's going to be like pretty much a butterfly or a basher after, or even close to an abyssal blade after one really bad fight.
Yeah, with this lead, you can't really throw it away, especially when you've got such a mobile hero.
They have the blink. Live to follow this up. Call down is waiting as well. They're going to immediately force out the blink. They couldn't quite get the silence off. Arteezy could have manted it anyway. Zai fishing with his own blink call. He's not going to connect the urn, stopping a potential blink out. Now they silence him. Anti-Mage Illusions working on the carries here. Zion a bit of danger. S4 there to usher them away, but blinking forward. And CTY the crit. Not coming out, but the back now. S4 Grave, a beautiful goal. And the S4 looking at goal. Kuro with the damage. Not enough though. Now he's on the run too. S4 may also fall as RTK. CTY cutting off the path of retreat and executing Secret inside their own base. Zai, heroics were attempted here, but Body still hitting the floor in numbers, and with a lone catapult mid, they may just try to high ground it now.
Hero's just going to go for bottom. They want blood right now. They realize even if S4 has a buyback, he can't really do anything with just 9 souls on it right now.
The time grows desperate. Where does Arteezy go? If he goes mid, there's a tier 2. There's a glyph. If he cuts the wave bottom, it's too late. There's already a gigantic wave in here. There's no Requiem on Shadow Feet, no BKB, no buyback either. They only have a buyback on the Witch Doctor, who's lacking the Death Ward. Secret just trying to force cut the waves, but it's really not going to matter. They can't actually threaten racks here. They can't even threaten tier 3s. He blinks back towards mid, trying to prevent an additional lane of racks from falling. But eHome, they strike gold again. They get yet another objective, and they zero in on what would be a crushing upset if they can take this 2-0 from Team Secret.
And now eHome arming out the jungle. They're probably just going to wait out the next Roshan if they can. It's up in just 4 short minutes, and this is what Secret have to work with right now. If you don't take any tier 2 towers down, eHome's not afraid. They're realizing, okay, we'll trade 2 or 3 creep waves for Arteezy for a Rax every single time. What Arteezy has to do is just force pressure on one of the tier 2 towers, take it down, so at worst he's trading racks for racks, but eHome every single time deterring him. They save all of their tier 2 towers, so when they go for that death push, there's not a whole lot that he can do, and that's a free racks for them, a 4-man team wipe to go with it, and CTY is just so farmed right now. He has a full MKB. Nobody, do they even have a butterfly? No, it's just a preventive measure.
Arteezy hasn't even picked up a component for a butterfly yet. Now, he could buy one, but butterfly, normally your go-to item to maximize the split push just for the raw attack speed on your hero, and it does benefit the illusions a bit from the stats, but he's, I don't know. At this point, you're just not man-fighting CTY. That phase of the game feels over, barring an amazing team fight.
What scares me more for Secret, Arteezy's doing his best to try to catch up, but S4 is just so underfarmed right now. It does look like he's got 6-slotted items, but they're just incredibly weak items. The mech has long outlived its usefulness. The Ring of Akala is the same.
Zai making me nervous here. Now the Wheel Blink. S4 is slaughtered. He can't even make a move. Oh, Jesus.
He does have the buyback, but it'll be with 11 souls.
Arteezy even walks into this. He's going to try to start the fight. There's the 2-0 call.
Oh, CTY
he does end up going down. 800 gold going Arteezy's way. What a big fight for Secret. RTK frantically scrambling. eHome have to be nervous now. The Conan comes in. Gyrocopter arriving and looking to hold the lines. Stand strong, Ben, but that's the Kuro Death Ward from the high ground. Pounding into ZY up here. Back, turning on Arteezy. Can he win the fight? He looks to blink, but he's got no manta. And ZYF bails them out. Now the blink. Ion Shell, Kuro down. Even with the miraculous of most miraculous fights, it pales in comparison to the raw damage output of eHome. And without even a second of hesitation, Arteezy insta buyback, purchases a basher. He won't have a second life for a very long time now.
That's ZYF in a nutshell. CTY, that's the guy we're talking about, but just sneakily runs in. He's like, I also have 20k net worth. Like, did everybody forget about that? If you watch this post games, it's my bad completely. We haven't really talked about the fact that he's 10, 0, and 10 right now. We've focused so much on CTY. It's just